The night of October 22nd, 1707 was pitch black. 4 massive warships of the Royal Navy cut through the fog, believing they were safe in the open ocean. Admiral Sir Cloudesley Shovel checked his charts. He checked his compass. According to his calculations, they were miles from danger. But they were not. In an instant, the silence shattered, timber crushing against rock. The flagship, the Association, went down in 4 minutes. Then the Eagle, then the Romney. By morning, 2,000 bodies washed ashore on the Scilly Isles. The Admiral himself was found face down in the sand, killed not by an enemy cannon, but by a single missing number. They did not know where they were. They had lost their longitude. To understand why this happened, you have to understand the impossible problem of the age. To find your position east or west, you needed to know the exact time in London. If it was noon on your ship, but 1 o'clock at home, you knew how far you had travelled. It sounds simple. In the 1700s, it was impossible. Clocks used pendulums. They relied on gravity. But put a pendulum on a rolling ship in a storm. The deck tilts, the mechanism strikes the casing, and time stops. Even the greatest minds, Isaac Newton among them, declared a seagoing clock could never be built. The answer, they said, was in the stars. But one man was not looking at the sky. John Harrison, uneducated, poor, a village carpenter from Yorkshire. He did not have a telescope. He had a workbench. He spent the next 40 years battling time itself. His first machine, H1, was a monster of brass and steel, weighing 75 pounds. No pendulum. 2 great counterbalanced arms, moving like the sea itself. It was heavy. It was strange. It worked. But Harrison wanted perfection. 19 more years on H2 and H3. He invented new metals to defeat temperature, new bearings that almost erased friction. He grew old at his bench, his eyesight fading, still chasing a perfect second. While he worked in silence, the scientific establishment chose another path. The Astronomer Royal, Neville Maskelyne, demanded the lunar distance method. Measure the distance between the moon and the stars, then solve hours of mathematics on a heaving deck, in the dark, with frozen fingers, by candlelight. Maskelyne despised the clock. He believed the solution belonged to men of science, not a mechanic with a box of gears. Then, in 1759, Harrison revealed his final answer, the H4, a silver watch, no larger than a man's hand, ticking with the calm, steady pulse of eternity. The law required accuracy within 30 miles. Harrison's watch was accurate within 1. But the board of Longitude did not celebrate. They were furious. They called it a fluke, a lucky accident. They issued a cruel ultimatum. If Harrison wanted a single penny, he had to surrender everything. They forced him to dismantle his masterpiece, piece by piece, and teach them how to copy it. They took his earlier machines from his home, locked them in a damp storeroom at the observatory, and walked away. They shut his work in darkness and let time forget his name. But the truth could not be buried. Old and desperate, Harrison appealed to the only authority above them, King George III. When the king saw the watch keep its perfect time, he struck the table with his fist. By God, Harrison, you shall be paid.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
The carpenter had done the impossible. The answer was not in the stars. It was in human hands. He did not just build a clock. He made the world measurable.